I think we got about here. Let me... screw it. We'll go from here. I know in a second. Yeah, we got about here because we experienced this. Right, we're back to pretty much where we left off. Yeah, we got about here. Give or take 10-20 seconds, we'll go from here. So NTO actually makes it around a corner without making a mistake this time. We're going to stick with them for just a moment, because due to me mind telepathy, I know nothing's going to happen for a minute. Just up ahead, NTO very late on the brakes, tries to go around the outside, doesn't pull the handbrake this time. Yuri keeps his cool, keeps the car in the centre of the track, gets through. So Yuri back up into P15, NTO in 16th at the moment. We're going to join these guys in a few minutes time as Astro gets straight past. Way too trippy, down into P2. As I suspected, Tommy too far back to be a part of this, so Tommy's double win could be in the balance, and that could not make things any better. In fact, it didn't make it any better. Matthews in 4th, Kanata's in 5th, so Tracy's in 6th. Keep going. Danger's in 7th, with Radiate just behind Foot in 8th position. Rocket's in 9th. Jez is in 10th. Everyone's starting to improve a little bit, which is good to see. M-Grew's in 11th, with Tom in 12th. Zab 13th. D-Dub's in 14th. And we got these two having another go at each other. We're going to stay here just for a minute whilst everyone else sort of carries on round, because I think these two are providing the most amount of action for us at the moment. We're going to try this for you just for a short little bit. Yuri defends all the way to the inside, just about leaves NTO a car's whip to the inside of the track. These two have both compromised their lines. Yuri uses the acceleration of that AMG to pull himself away from NTO just a little bit. These two are having a great little battle on track, even if it is for last position. It does not matter. Glory points are still a thing. NTO tries to drive it around the outside. Yuri brakes a little bit late. This pushes him a little bit wide. NTO tries to hug that curb. Can't quite get his nose stuck up the inside as we come through the final bit of this section. Yuri's going to start pulling away. We're going to come back up to the front to more interesting matters of hand. Way too trippy in the middle of a very, very fast sandwich of Astro, who's just pulling away at the moment. Tommy just behind in 3rd. Took about another 9/10 to a second out of P2. Few laps left of this race to go. I just heard a squeal. Oh no, he has not. No. Oh no. Poor Sir Tracy, doing so well. Oh, careful on the rejoin. Careful on the rejoin. There goes your teammate. Oh no, I feel bad now. Sir Tracy was doing so well. So Tracy, having spun out at the hairpin, has now gone down to P13. These two are at it again. Let's come back and watch these two. NTO tries to go around the outside this time. Tries to brake a little bit late. Yuri keeps his the inside. Just about gives NTO a little bit of space on the outside. They're having a great old battle. NTO trying all sorts of different things, trying to get through. We're going to go back forward a few cars. Radiate, Danger Mouse and Rocket all together. Rocket is going to try and fly himself past that Jag, but good luck at this section because that Jag is just a bit too quick. for that Ferrari through this section. He'd be better off trying to wait a little bit. Danger out of danger for the moment. Let's go a bit up. Let's go up front. Tommy closed up onto the back of Way Too Trippy. Way Too Trippy going to try his best to defend for the next 4 or so laps. The gap from Way Too Trippy to Astro's enough, I think, for Astro to relax a little bit. That AMG is in hunt mode at the moment. Takes the line a little bit too tight, actually. Comes onto the grass. Way Too Trippy having to brake in places that you may not expect. The tyres are about the same. Way Too Trippy comes across to the inside, swings back across to the racing line. Great exit from the AMG. The Supra comes across to the right, defends the inside line early. AMG comes to the left, as we're now going to go side by side through turn 1. Space was just about given from either driver. AMG goes through, Way Too Trippy goes down to P3. Still a strong result at the moment. Tommy has now got 3 laps to go and try and chase down Astro if he wants to go and get that double win. I'm not sure he's going to. Way Too Trippy tries to go up the inside as there's a little bit of contact. Tommy goes off wide. Maybe through that little bit of contact. We'll find out in just a moment. It was through the contact, so Tommy's gotten away with that this time around. We're going to go a bit further back. Kanata doing a very good job at the moment in P5. Having started on the softs, he's going to finish off on the mediums in the top 5 position. That's a very, very good position. We're going to come back though, so it is the Radiate train. Jezza made a slight error and a slight mistake. Tom's gone up into P9 now. We got Gr3 who's trying to chase down the top 10 finish, trying to get his way past Jezza. Gr3, sorry, gives Jezza a little bit of a push. Not much of a push, just a smidge. As we say, just a little smooch. Jezza falls off the back of Tom, might just still be in the slipstream range, which will help him out a little bit as we come through in the next couple of straights. Rocket's still behind Danger in that Jaguar. He's got to be a bit wary of that back left tyre, because that might give out shortly. We're going to come back to Gr3 though. Gr3's tyres are a little bit better. Jezza holds the racing line. Gr3 opens up the corner, sacrifices a little bit of entry speed for nothing. It appears, I'm sorry to say it. We're going to go a bit further forward. Danger gets a great run over Radiate. Radiate's front left tyre is starting to look a little bit worse for wear. Danger holds the inside line. Radiate tries to get that switch back. Good luck trying to switch back at Jaguar. That Jaguar accelerates out slow speed corners quite well, actually. Danger holds on to 6th position at the moment. Rocket all over the back of Radiate as Tom goes around again in the same place too. Nearly swipes the back of Zab. He's going to get that car going. He's reversed a bit too far and a bit too hard. Here comes D-Dubs through from 13th up to 12th. Down goes Tom, down to 13th. It's such a shame because he was doing so well at the start. We're going to go a bit further. Oh no, there's another one. So whilst Tom's having a little bit of a moment, Danger's gone off track. I think he's lifted off the throttle as these two are having their own little fight. Rocket just spins up the rear completely on his own. Off goes Rocket. I said not even a lap ago, he's got to be careful with that rear left tyre, and it's just let go. The rear tyres have let go of him, so he's going to be very, very careful for the final couple of laps. He's down into 11th position. Gr3's up into 9th. Jez is in 8th. Danger's in 7th. Radiate's back up into 6th position. We're going to come back and watch this. From Radiate's point of view, instead of following the crash this time, we're going to stay with the main group. Danger goes very, very wide and very much off course. This is where the Jaguar struggles around this track. He gets a half-second penalty and he's trying to lay the power down. He's also trying to not lose the rear end of that car. Radiate goes through. Still in 6th position. Kanata's still in 5th. Matthew's starting to pull away from him. Way too trippy's in 3rd. Sticking with Tommy, who's in 2nd, who's unable to catch up to Astro at the moment, who's on the penultimate lap of this race. Yuri has finally been beaten by NTO. NTO's finally up into 15th. Sir Tracy's in 14th. Chasing down Tom, who's in 13th. D-Dubs is in 12th with Rocket in 11th. Zab's in 10th with a half-second penalty. Gru has fallen off the back of Jezza, who's in 8th position. Danger does not know where the track goes. This might actually put Jezza in a very good spot for an attack going into turn 4 or 5, I believe. I can't remember which one it is. We'll check on the couple of cars up ahead in just a moment. Danger goes a little bit wide, gives Jezza the space. Danger gets the acceleration, but it's going to serve that half-second penalty in just a moment. This is going to allow Jezza straight through, but Danger goes wide. This allows Jezza to go up the inside. As we now, no, we're not quite side by side going into the next left-hander. As we're starting the final lap of this race, we're going to go a bit further forward. Are these two fighting again? Let's have a look. Yuri's gone back past. These two are having another little battle. NTO on the left, Yuri on the right. Yuri gets the car just about stopped, as these two have both stopped actually for fresh tyres, as I think they're going to go for a fast lap or a fight lap. I don't know which one. We're going to come back to the action. We're going to stay in this area here. Jezza ahead of Danger after 7 his penalty. Gru in 9th position. Can Jezza hold on to 7th, excuse me, as Danger is all over the curbs. Jezza holds the racing line, squeezes Danger right onto the curb. Jezza nearly loses it coming out turn 3. Gru trying everything possible he can to keep up with these guys, but he just cannot keep up with these two just up ahead. We're going to go further forward to the driver who has performed superbly this race. Has had a very, very strong first stint and put very, very little wrong as Astro comes out of the final corner to take victory here at the feature race, with Tommy coming over the line for 2nd position. Way Too Trippy is off the circuit in the background. Tommy for 2nd, Way Too Trippy in 3rd. Matthew for a very, very good, strong result of 4th position. Kanata's in 5th, so a very good, strong position for him as well. Porsche will be happy with that. Radiate gets a little bit... Okay, I need to go back and watch this because... Whoa! Alright, so Radiate's got no front left. Okay. We're going to watch this from Danger's point of view, I think. So Radiate's having to go very, very slow. Jez is trying to capitalise. Radiate defends the position. There's a little bit of... There's a lot of argy-bargy going on. Jez is going to get 6th. Gru's going to get 7th. Danger's going to get 8th. Radiate's going to lose out big time. He's going to lose out 9th position. He nearly lost out to 10th by Zab. Zab gets 10th as this cluster come together. D-Dubs in 11th. Tom's in 12th. Sir Tracy's in 13th. Rocket with that dead tyre, as I mentioned earlier, is going to potentially cause him some problems. I think it has caused him problems. He comes over the line for 14th. As these two hooligans, who still keep fighting, Yuri's probably going to get a penalty for that. Be surprised if he didn't. But he didn't. Yuri comes over the line for 15th with fastest lap of the race, and then NTO comes over the line for 16th. So, let's get the up-to-date standings. ALR. Where are we? Standings. you guys. Tier 4. So Tommy retakes the championship lead with 9 points gap to Kanata, who's in second.
Great
Astro's in...
cheers.
It's alright, you're welcome. Astro's in third. Way Too Trippy, the reserve driver, is in fourth position with a very, very strong performance today. And then you got Zab in fifth. Looking over at the constructors, it's the 911s that take the charging lead in the constructors, with the AMGs in second and the Jaguars in third. There you go. There's technically 2 comms videos. I will bring out Lagor Maguire shortly. It might end up being more of a weekend thing. I've got a couple of things to do this afternoon, and I'm working Friday and Saturday, so it might be more of a Sunday thing. So take care, guys. Keep an eye out on the chat for the comms, and I'll see you guys soon.
No stress.